Welcome back to Guitarlele Tutorials. Today we are going to learn the G minor chord. Well, this chord is rather less common, so you may skip it for now. But I am adding it in the course because it may come in some songs and it is an open chord. So if the need arises, come and check this chord tutorial. We already discussed that minor chords are often a note different from major chords, and definitely that's the case for all the minor chords we are going to learn in this series. So let's get back to our G major chord. The note we are going to change for G major to G minor is on the first string. We are simply flattening that note in that string. To play G minor, we are going to place our first finger on the first fret of first string, the second finger on the second fret of the third string, and the third finger on the third fret of the second string. It may feel a little awkward during the first few days of playing this chord, but you will get used to it with practice. Like G major chord, we are not playing the thickest two strings here too. We start with fourth string, then the third string, and second, and finally the first string. Okay, now the chord check. The first problem, the fourth string not ringing properly. Okay, that's because the tip of the second finger touching the fourth string. Okay, be careful, keep an eye on that if it's not ringing properly, right? Bring back your second finger to the third string. The third string should not be an issue at this stage until and unless you are not touching the third string with the tip of your third finger. Okay, so bring back the third finger into the second string. Okay, so we got now two clean notes. So with proper pressing, the note in the second string or this note should not be much of problem. So I am not pressing harder, so maybe it can buzz. I mean, at this stage this should not be a problem for you. Okay, so this is the proper note. So if I am not pressing correctly, it's the one that's not coming properly. Okay, other than that there shouldn't be any other problem here. Okay, so that's it. The main problem arises with the first string, right? So what happens is that if your if your third finger lies a little flat on the first string, it buzzes the string, although if the note is ringing properly. Okay, so remember to maintain this curvature so that you're in the house for mouse, right? So that concept is still here applicable, and yeah, that's pretty much it. The another problem that can come with the first string is that the pinky, I mean people who have bigger little finger, bigger small finger, basically they can have this issue, right? So what happens is that they are leaving their strings, right? They are leaving their fingers, right? So we are not using the pinky here. So what it can happen is that it may sometimes touch this string and completely mute it. Okay, and you will get this kind of sound. Okay, so other strings will ring but not the first string. So what you can do is that you can either take it completely away, but that's not a good practice. So you can keep it stuck to the third finger itself, right? Okay, so that it doesn't touch the first string. Okay, so that's another common problem. That's another problem that can also arise here. That's it for the chord check. Chords like this call for an adjustment as per your need. So if you feel comfortable with stretched fingers like I do it that way. Or if you feel you should make an angle to feel comfortable, do that. Do whatever feels comfortable for you and you can play properly.